We all look behind us like that. So you're going to remove the counterbalance from my side of the boat, and we're going to flip. You guys see where I'm going with this? If we do go into the water with the boat, be careful not to let your partner land on you or the boat land on you. You got to protect your head. You got to protect the old noggin, all right? If anything else, let them drive you down deeper into the water. That way, in a few seconds, your life jacket will tell you which ways to get up, and that way you can go that way, okay? So if the boat goes over, when you come up, the first thing that you're going to do is look for your buddy who's in the seat with you. First question I'm going to ask is, does everybody have their buddy? The only answer that I'm looking for is no. If everybody says yes, that's fine, that's great. I want nice, complete silence. Because if you don't speak no, everybody's got their buddy, we're all right, and I can count heads and we'll go along faster, all right? We'll right the boat, we'll get some of the water out of there, we'll get some of the people in there, we'll keep working on getting the water out and the people in, we'll get it all right back up out there on the water, and we'll paddle it back to shore, all right? No worries. It'll actually be a lot of fun. It's not like it's a car crash and we're all gonna die. Once the boat flips over, that's the end of it. You guys are all out swimmers, so it's not that bad. All right, as far as your strokes, the main one that you're going to do, and these are commands that you're going to get. First command that is indigenous to us is paddles up, all right? Paddles up is the beginning of your stroke as well as to call you to attention. So if your paddles up going over Niagara Falls in a barrel like this, and I say go, by the time you get to here, my other crews are already going to be to here taking their first stroke, leaving you. So what I'm trying to do is make you an aggressive paddler, but minimize how much extra expenditure you do that depletes the oxygen from your lungs. And we'll get back to this. So, paddles up is your first command. Come on. Go, take it away. You guys know what that one is. Just start paddling. Favorite command of the day always, let it run. Paddle sits flat on your lap, all right? This is also the way that we sit in the boat when we're not doing anything. Paddle blade out over the water to the side that we're paddling on. If we ask you to hold the boat, blades go straight down in the water to stop the boat. Yes, if we're cruising along, we're going to lay our paddle down in there and we're going to slowly stand it up as we can get it deeper into the water. The other ones are stabilize. You're going to lay the paddle flat on the water, side of the shaft on the side of the boat. Outside arm nice and stiff on it. So if we start rocking it around, we went from 46 inches to 7 feet and it's going to be harder to roll us over, okay? That one was paddle us on the water or stabilize. I'm giving you two different commands because us Tennesseans say one thing, some of them Floridians say the other things, all right? So when you get into the boat, we'll try and use as much as we can. You guys will understand everybody who's in the boat with you. Now, your stroke. You're not lily paddling like this. You don't have an oar in your hand. It's too small of a canoe paddle to do anything, but that blade's got to be straight up and down. So when we yell paddles up, you're going to come up into that space of the person in front of you. Yes, this is a sport of tough love. Yes, you're going to be punching them with your forearm. They're going to be mad at you, but only if you stop punching them in the back, because then you're not coming up far enough forward, you're slacking off them, all right? So if you stop punching them, that's when they'll be mad and they'll smack you with the paddle. Reach back up here, all right? That's what we're after. We want you to come farther forward. The main thing that we're trying to do is not get you to use your arms, but use your legs and your stomach. So you're going to drive forward. You can cheat going into the water. If you cheat entering in the water at an angle like this, you're going to dive the blade into the water, then it'll stand straight up. Once it's straight up, you're going to pull it straight back to your hip, come out again and go forward, all right? Now, coming out, if you skip and hit the water and you splash forward, simply move your arm out so you can clear the water and come back in. You can also enter in the water that way at an angle and pull it straight back. Whatever you do, when you start that pull back, this hand should be in the water, the blade really deep in the water. This inside elbow is a pivot point, or this inside arm. It's slightly bent. All it's going to do is go up. Your other hand's going to go forward. You're going to go down. You're going to pull with your body again. It's your leg and your stomach doing most of the work, all right? So every time it's going to be this right here. You're reaching forward. You're grabbing. You're pulling that person back in front of you, all right? So your stroke each time is coming in there like that. You should start to feel the heat off of your elbow by your ear, all right? Do not drop this inside elbow in and do that number. You're not feathering through the water. There's 20 of you paddlers doing that. One person feathering through there, all you're gonna do is deplete the oxygen out of your body. And I speak this by experience, not by knowledge. Yes, I'm dumb enough to do it myself, and it cost me watching myself on video not to do it anymore. The other thing, 2 things, mainly what the guys does. First and foremost, guys, don't push and pry, because when you do that, you flatten this paddle out, and then you pull up like this. When you do that, you're paddling that way, not that way. What we're after, when we stand that paddle up and it's straight up and down, we pull the boat across the top of the water. We're not trying to pull it down into the water. When we hit the water, we're going to actually lift the boat up and then slide it across. Ladies, as you get tired, don't drop that inside arm and try and do this number right here. You're only going to fill up about that much of the blade with water. The top of the water is always loose and it doesn't do anything for the blade. All right? It may look pretty, you may be splashing out there, but you're not getting anything. If you're tired and you're getting tired, don't bury your blade so far into the water, but straight up and down next to the side of the boat always. Yes, I'll allow you to cheat coming out, but your main focus, if you're paddling on the right side, you're looking down at the front left stroker. If you're paddling on the left side from row 2 back, you're looking back up to the front right stroker, all right? And the reason why I say this is, not a thing you can do about the water. You know that it's there. There's not a thing that you can do about those other boats because you're not in those other boats. So don't even put your head in those other boats. If you're not watching your boat and focused on your boat, I can see my fingers wiggling out here. It's almost 180 degrees out the side of my head, all right? So if I'm looking down the center of the boat, I can clearly see the person's paddle in front of me to where I'm working together. I can clearly see the person next to me to where we're working together. And then I can see all this movement chunking together in the middle of the boat. It's not about following. You're going to know this cadence, and it's going to be about checking your timing with everybody else at the same time, all right? So every stroke, each time, this inside elbow, just, it feels uncomfortable at first. It feels more like you're paddling like this after a while. But it will start to become more familiar, and you'll realize that it's all about conservation of energy, okay? And that's what we're after. So, do we have an alignment?
We do not.
Okay. Do we have any questions?